Hi everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. So after that massive bull run that we had in the market, it seems like everything is pulling back. And what we do know for sure is the only constant in this market is movement. Things will go up, things will go down, we don't know where it's going to go, but we hope that this is going to keep trending upwards. So if you look at the top 100 coins, there aren't really that many that are looking positive. And there are only 4 coins that have risen over 5% in the last 24 hours. There is a massive pullback. That exuberance over that Thanksgiving weekend seems to have dialed down a little bit. And the markets that were overextended are now pulling back a little bit. Bitcoin hit 10,000, then it went to hit 11,000 in less than a day, and then it pulled back. That's almost $40 billion that was wiped out. But we are working our way back up there. So with cryptocurrency, we know that these fluctuations aren't really a big deal. You can see the mainstream media posting article after article about this. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much because we're used to much larger swings. If Bitcoin is going to be traded on the CME platforms, this is actually a bit of a problem. Because James Radecki, he isn't just a normal random person, he is one of the top people at Goldman Sachs. He's talking about this price fluctuation is not really sustainable for the CME futures. So I went down to the root of the situation to see what exactly the regulations are. Their price limit guide goes up to about 20%. A 20% fluctuation is the upper limit, but because of that flash crash that happened very quickly, circuit breakers would have been triggered and trading would have definitely been halted. So going back to the tweet, it seems like maybe the means that we have for people trying to short Bitcoin and play both sides of the price movement, maybe we're not ready for that just yet. Maybe Bitcoin needs to get bigger before we can actually play bets on the price action in both directions. We need to see. We don't know, and that's exactly what we will learn if the CME futures trading comes in. We do know that Nasdaq want to get Bitcoin trading into that system before June next year. So let's see where this is going to go. But if the CME futures come in, if we keep seeing this typical price action when it comes to cryptocurrency, but atypical price action when it comes to standard assets that people are used to trading, this might not be the best thing for both people trying to make money of shorting Bitcoin and for people hoping that Bitcoin is going to keep going up. Maybe the market isn't big enough to handle this just yet. We need a bit of price action, a bit more growth. So let's see where this will take us. Currently, it's all up in the air. But back to the positive news. So as you know, my favorite cryptocurrency is Cardano ADA. I don't have many videos up, but I've been speaking about them a lot. In terms of price action, Cardano was not looking too exciting for the longest period of time. It hit a high of about 490, and it kept going down to about the early 300s in Satoshi. But then, all of a sudden, things took off. The price action of ADA went up by over 4 times. This happened in the space of 2 days. My ADA was in my Deadlist wallet, so I did not have the liquidity to sell it at that massive high. That wasn't a problem. I did sell a little bit with the logic that when this price goes down some more, I will be able to snap up a little bit extra. Either way, I have made massive profits on my initial investment, but I do want to hold ADA long term because I think this is the absolute best project in the cryptocurrency sphere. My logic is based on this group taking a difficult route to market that involves lots of slow, peer-reviewed processes, but these steps are in place to make sure that the best possible end product reaches the market. And if you think the price action of ADA was really high right now, wait until there will be an announcement that staking is enabled on the Daedalus wallet. The moment staking becomes available, people can now earn passive income on their ADA investments. The larger holding you have, the larger chunk of transaction fees you will get because you are helping prop up the network. So I will hold on to this. I've sold a bit at profit, but I've sold it with the hope that it's going to go back down to a certain point. So over here, I've put a few markers as to where I think I'd be comfortable buying. I've set a buy order at about 820. That's already done. I've also set a buy order at 500 even. Because this price action that they experienced in one day was absolutely massive. There has to be a pullback because this isn't really all that sustainable in terms of price increase. And we have seen a bit of a pullback. Was this the entire overextension of the market? We do not know. So I am hedging my bets. Put a little buy offer at 800, a little buy offer at 500. If it goes even lower than that, I have a standing order at 300. So I have not cancelled this order. I kept that order placed on Bittrex. If it ever gets down to that level, I will buy more. And I'm only comfortable doing this because I have confidence in the company. I wouldn't suggest you employ these tactics for every single cryptocurrency you want to invest in. I have done exhaustive research on this. I am possibly a stalker of Charles Hoskinson. I follow all his social media feeds. I have set Twitter alerts to whenever he tweets. So I'm watching this space very closely, and if you have confidence in a coin like this, you should really go for it. Invest in the idea, invest in the team, because that's what we are investing in. If you are hodling coins like this, you're in it for the long term. A small 10, 20, 30% price fluctuation won't really affect you. But over here, we had a 400% price increase. So I am sort of hitting myself for not cashing in at that time when the price is really, really high. By cashing in, I don't mean selling my entire stake. I should have sold about 20 to 30% of my stake, wait for this price dip, and bought back again. Because if I sold at 1700, the price dipped down to 900, I could have bought a ton more and hoped for the best. So speaking of doing my research and then not acting on the price movement, this is possibly my biggest regret of the last 4 weeks. The company is called Numeraire. I have been following this very, very, very closely. I've been trying to look at every single update I could get my hands on. This company looked absolutely solid. Solid. But the price action was not reflecting that. That is where I hesitated, and that is exactly where the price action came back to bite me. It's up almost 100% in the last 24 hours. But if you look at this graph, I had nothing to work with here. I really wanted to see where is the support, where is the resistance, where is this price movement possibly going to go. We did not have a lower support limit or an all-time low because it kept going down. I did not want to put my money somewhere where it will keep going down indefinitely. We had no idea that this price uptick was going to happen. No idea at all. And even though I'd done my research, I did not have a point where I was comfortable with buying. But now that the price has gone up, we have more information to work with. It's exactly the same case with ADA. The price was low, quite low down, and we didn't really have a macro look as to how this asset could be performing over a longer period of time. ADA has not been listed very long on the markets. It's barely been out for a few months. That's why I am grouping these two assets in the same video. One was an opportunity that I saw early that I did not miss. The second was an opportunity that I saw, I mulled over, I did not take, and all I have to show for it right now is regret. So, the takeaway from this is, if you have done your research, if you are confident in an asset, do not be scared to put a little bit of money into it. I've told you several times, only invest in cryptocurrency what you are willing to lose. If you were willing to lose that money that you are putting into Numeraire, you would have doubled your money straight out in 24 hours. So what I'm going to do now is, according to my typical pattern, it's gone up. Now we have some positive price action. So let's see where this evens out. It's gone up 100%. There will be a pullback. So I will start plotting these pullbacks as it goes out. I will give you a running update on Numeraire because I do believe in this. I haven't told you why I believe in this yet, and that's where we're going to go right now. So the bottom line, what is Numeraire? They want to be a 21st century hedge fund that utilizes artificial intelligence and expert opinion. And to tie in with the whole ethos and mentality behind cryptocurrency, this will be a decentralized platform. The website itself doesn't give you a whole bunch of information, but there are some really nice articles on Medium. This is written by the founders of the platform, but they're really putting their cards out there. They're really telling you what this is all about. Traditionally, hedge funds are for people with lots of money who want to make this money grow very fast. They rely on expert information, expert insights, and now we are taking this one step further. Artificial intelligence has been used in parts with certain hedge funds. If you want to beat the market, you need to take risks. People invest in hedge funds so that they can beat the market by a massive factor. So what Numeraire is doing is trying to make this democratic, decentralized, and to make sure that we as normal investors without millions to put into the market can get these fantastic returns. So how does this work? Numeraire uses something called proof of intelligence. What is proof of intelligence? It's not a typical proof that we use in cryptocurrency, but since we are still learning about the potential of where these proofs can go, proof of intelligence is just another one in this massive network of proofs that we're trying to make. It is built on the Ethereum network. So what is proof of intelligence? Experts on this platform use their models to come up with predictions. They leverage the Numeraire token to show their confidence in these predictions. If the prediction is right, the token stays in play. If the prediction is wrong, this token gets burned and will not come back into circulation ever. So what we have here is an incentive to provide good, solid market information that will be reflected in hard results. Bad calls mean that we have less Numeraire to work with in the future to make further calls. So what this does is that people will be more careful to use this finite resource for the benefit of more people. The major assumption that this platform works on is that people will work for the interests of the larger community rather than in their own self-interest. I personally do not think that that logic is sound. Hedge funds are investing money that is not necessarily their own. Yes, there will be people within the organization who might be putting money in similar places, but the hedge fund itself is not investing its own money. It's leveraging the knowledge base and the access to the market that it has to give investors larger returns than they would normally get if they went about this on their own. So instead of just targeting the wealthy 1%ers putting millions into the market, this is for everyone. We're creating a democratized hedge fund system, and we are leveraging this using smart contracts on the Ethereum network. One of the major goals of Ethereum was to make our money do the work for us, and this is sort of what's happening right now. Numeraire is one of a few platforms right now, but this could potentially spawn a whole bunch of copycats. So depending on the success of Numeraire, watch this space, because these are the first guys to make it to market. What these guys do well will be noted. What these guys will do incorrectly will also be noted. Irrespective, you will not be worse off by watching Numeraire, because this is quite a radical idea. So I would like to talk about possible price action and buy points for Numeraire, but I will give it some time, because let's get a larger sample size to work with. I'm very interested in seeing how this goes, seeing this market live, and seeing people's actual results. But what I don't see as completely clear is who is going to be benefiting from all these price predictions. The market itself is an entity. It's a combination of everyone's sentiment. Different people might be feeling different things at exactly the same time. It is the average of all those emotions that affect the price action. So what we need to see here is who is going to be benefiting from this Numeraire platform. If we align with cryptocurrency ideals, they want to keep this open for everyone to benefit. But that's not really how the market works, because the market is a bit of a zero-sum game. Whoever is earning, it's because someone has sold at a low price at a loss. So if everyone has access to this, how will this affect the market? This does not align with long-term market principles, because there have to be winners and losers in every market. But I do want some more information in layman's terms. I want to see where's the money going in, who are the backers, where is the money going. This is not written in black and white. That is my problem with this project. But I will watch this space because the price action looks simply quite fantastic. If they do manage to give me answers to these queries that I've got, I will be very comfortable investing properly. But after all this research, I still do not know, and that might be a bit of a problem. That is what's holding me back, and that's sort of why I didn't invest earlier. I like the idea, but I did not fully understand the implementation of this idea. But whenever you think that you've missed this profit train, do not worry. There will be other projects that you can look into and find. If you've reasoned yourself into a position, considered the other side of the argument, and still think that your logic is sound, go for it. Go for it. If you think that this is the right thing to do, go for it. This is an industry where no one really knows what's going to happen, but if you have that sort of confidence in something, don't be scared to play on it. Yes, you will not win every single time. You will get wins, you will get losses. We want constant growth, constant learning, and we want to look at projects that are all about that constant refinement. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed my take on Numeraire, ADA, and possible growth in the market. Please leave a like, do subscribe, and let me know what you think about this. This should be a conversation, an up and down thing. Thank you for the suggestion of the coins and the tokens. I will look into them, and I will work through getting out a few more videos. I need to increase my output on videos, and I will be doing that. So please send me any suggestions on coins that you would like me to have a look at. I'd be glad to do this, and who knows, if we have more minds scouring the market, looking for value in this market, we'll probably all run into more valuable coins. So you guys have an awesome rest of the day. We'll catch up soon. This is Mark from Crypto Simplified, signing out.